All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the third day of the 17th World Sub-Junior Powerlifting Championships and the 35th World Junior Powerlifting Championships here in beautiful Orlando, Florida, United States of America at the Hyatt Hotel. We're getting ready to start the third day session. We will have the 74-kilo men in the first session, and then we will have women coming up in the second session, and then men again in the third session. We're getting ready to kick it off with our first lifter here, Kaito Hayashi from Japan. 190 kilos of the first opener. This is our third day of this championships. We've had some incredible lifting so far. We've had several world records set yesterday and the day before. And the good first lift is going to be a good lift. So we started off with 3 white lights. We have we have 4 lifters in the sub-junior 74 class for the men, and we have 7 lifters in the juniors 74-kilo class. We have lifters from Sweden, Russia, Austria, Japan, and Puerto Rico in the juniors, and Japan, Kazakhstan, Chinese Taipei, and the USA in the sub-junior class. And here comes Danyar Shatkatov. Again, I apologize for mispronunciation. Oh, that was easy. Way easy. Opened up at 440 pounds, 200 kilos. Opener. Oh, guess what? He gets 2 red lights. Yellow card. He beat the ref's command. That was what it was. You have 2 commands in the squat. And first command is squat from the chief referee, and then rack after the lifter completes the lift. And the side referee, Onyx Rivera and Paul Nielsen, indicated that he had beat the command. Now we jump it up to 220 kilos for Shota Murakami from Japan. Side referees again raise their hands to indicate whether the lifter is in the correct lifting position. When they drop their hands, then the chief referee can give the squat command. Knees have to be locked and standing erect. Gets the squat command. 485 pounds. Made that look like a feather. And it's, did not make depth. No lift. Side referee and the chief referee gave him a depth call.
Bars loaded, Marcus Binder.
Now we jump up to 230 kilos for Marcus Binder from Austria. 230 kilos. Five spotters when we go over 500 pounds, and we're sitting here at 507 on the third lift. And the referee gets a rack command, and the referees say, yes, 3 white lights. Good looking lift. Marcus gets the first good lift. All right. Now we're going to go to 240 kilos for Ishikawa from Japan.
All right, Hiroshi Ishikawa.
Hiroshi Ishikawa from
240
Japan.
kilos, bars loaded.
It's going to go to
Serrano on deck, Perkins in the hole, Christian 4 out.
240 kilos. 528 pounds.
Banana, Robert?
Once the referee says bar loaded, the lifters have 1 minute to get the start command. Gets the squat command. Very deep. Oh.
All right, good job. Give the spotters and loaders a round of applause.
No lift on that one.
No lift.
Good control going down,
right.
but
Christian Serrano,
just a little too heavy.
240
Maybe
kilos.
a little bit of heavy for an opening attempt
Perkins on
there.
deck.
Didn't use the suit to his advantage either. Didn't load the suit by
Bars loaded.
getting some bar speed or some descent speed. Okay, bar loaded now for Christian Serrano from Puerto Rico. Christian is a junior lifter, been competing for 4 years. "21 years old. Coached by Ivan Cancel from Puerto Rico. And maybe a little bit high. Let's see what the referees say. Ah, yes, it was.
He was high.
Yeah. Have to be the top of the leg at the hip joint has to be below the top of the knee.
Bars loaded. Austin Perkins, USA, 240 on the
Had a
bar.
lot of strength there. Come back, get that one. Didn't quite make the depth. Okay, here comes Austin Perkins, 18 years old from the USA. He is opening up at 240 kilos. 529 pounds. Austin is a sub-junior. This will be his last year as a sub-junior. Then he will become a junior next year. Sub-juniors are 14 through 18. Juniors are 19 through 23.
Go, kid, go!
Wow, he got that one really deep.
And Austin,
And that's going to be a good lift.
Austin powers that one up. The lift
Kind of
is
an
good.
interesting little
Austin powered that one up.
idiosyncrasy there, call it. He looked down as he's going down and then looked back up as he's coming back up. When you look down, you have a tendency to roll your shoulders forward, perhaps round your back just a little bit.
Bars loaded.
Bar is loaded. We're now sitting at 245 kilos. Right, just shy at 540 pounds. Nieves Christian from Puerto Rico. Nieves Christian. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico brought a big team. They've got a lot of lifters and a lot of divisions here. They're sitting at 245 kilos, 540 pounds. And he stands up with it, and the referees say, good lift, 2-1. Interesting. His countryman, Onyx Rivera, on the side there, gave him a depth call. The referees are objective. They are not showing favoritism to their own countrymen. Now we have the last lifter in the sub-juniors, Yuji Cheng, 18 years old, from Chinese Taipei. Your lifter. Chinese Taipei brought about close to 10 lifters, I believe, total. to this competition. Wow, that was strong. 573 pounds, stood up with it, and good lift, 2-1. We'll now take the bar to 285 kilos, just over 620 pounds, 628 pounds for Mission. Ilya Mission from Russia is your lifter. All the lifters here are just under 74 kilos.
You're needed at the 9 for 9 table immediately.
All the lifters are lifting this morning.
Thank you.
We have one flight. All the lifters are in the same flight, same weight class, all 74s. 4 lifters who are sub-juniors and 7 lifters who are juniors. Here comes Ilya from Russia, 285 kilos, and then the last lifter from Sweden will jump it up to 295.
28.3 pounds,
285 kilos, 628 pounds. One of the requirements is that when we go over 500 pounds, we have 5 spotters. So you'll notice 5 spotters surrounding him there. He didn't have any problem with that weight. Oh, did not make it deep enough.
Load the bar up, ladies and gentlemen, for
now we go to
Alexander
Eriksson from Sweden, 295 kilos, 640 some pounds. He's an engineering student. He's 22 years old. He'll have one more year as a junior lifter. 295, 650 pounds on the bar for Alexander. This will be our heaviest opening squat in this flight. The heaviest opening squat for the juniors, the heaviest opening squat for the sub-juniors was Cheng from Chinese Taipei at 260 kilos. The world record in this is, for the juniors, is 330 kilos, so we're a ways off yet. World record for the sub-juniors is 280 kilos, and so we're at 260. It's possible we might get close to that one. 260 kilos. We're only 20 kilos down from the world record on the sub-junior. The world record in the juniors is 330, and we're already sitting there at 295. That's 35 kilos sitting below the world record. So it's a possibility we might get there. Looks like I'm going to be joined by Heinrich here from the Republic of South Africa here in just a little bit. Okay, here comes Kaito Hayashi from Japan. Jumps it up to 440 pounds, 200 kilos for Hayashi. He made 190 on his opener. Jumped it up 10 kilos, 22 pounds. Looks like lots of depth. Not a problem on depth. Good control. And 3 white lights, yes. So, good lift there. All right. Shakatov from Kazakhstan will be your next lifter. He missed his opener at 200 kilos, 440 pounds. He bumped it up 5 kilos to 451, 205 kilos. Even though he missed it, that's a risky strategy. Got to make the depth though, so let's see what it looks like here. Shakatov is from Kazakhstan. Lots of strength, so it isn't the weight that's the problem. And I have Henrik. Good morning.
Morning, Bill.
How are you, sir?
I'm quite well. I see we got a few misses here.
Yeah, actually,
Too many reds on openers.
that kind of makes you wonder whether that was a coaching issue or just out of not good lifting.
Yeah, it depends on how the lift actually went. If it was too heavy, I would say coaching error.
Well,
Technicality, maybe not so.
The last lifter, I was just commenting on the mic here. The last lifter moved up 5 kilos, so the strength wasn't an issue. It was a technical issue.
Yeah.
So now we go to Murakami from Japan. He also missed, and in this case, he kept the same weight, 220 kilos. We had a total of 5 misses on the opener out of a total of, 11 lifters, 5 reds. Wow, that's a high percentage, isn't it?
All right, so we have the sub-juniors and juniors, the 74 men here.
Right at 160 pounds.
Oh, that looked good.
Yeah.
Nice and controlled. Depth looked good.
That's been, wow.
Yeah, he got that.
Issue, yeah. Okay, 2-1.
We're still in the juniors now. The junior world record in the squat here is 330 kilos. And we'll see if Ericsson goes for that. He put on 310 for his second.
That's a 15-kilo jump, too, for him.
Yeah. The sub-junior world record is 280.5. So we might see Cheng from Chinese Taipei go for that because he put on 272 for his second.
And that one looks more probable in some respects than Ericsson's does, because he'll only be 7.5 kilos down from that, and he could chip the 280.
Yeah, Ericsson has to jump 20.5
kilos
21, 20.5 kilos for the record.
Yeah, that's a big jump. That's
quite a big jump.
45-pound jump, 20.5 kilos, sorry. We're sitting at 529 right now, 240 kilos.
Ishikawa. Yeah,
nice control. Last time when he did that, he had very slow descent, just like that. Started up and then collapsed. Now he did the same slow descent, but had no problem with it. Same weight, too.
And if you miss your opener, that because you come as a lifter and a coach, you come into a competition like this with a game plan. You say, okay, you get this attempt, you'll go this one next. You miss your opening attempt, then you have to change.
Your game plan has to change.
Yes.
And to compound matters, you're a little nervous before your first lift anyway, and you're more so if you miss that first lift.
More so if you miss your second. But we have seen people come back from that, so.
Yeah. Marcus Binder from Austria.
That was deep.
That was deep.
Almost too deep.
And, they don't need to go that deep. All it has to be is the top of the hip or the top of the leg at the knee, hip joint, below the top of the knee. They don't need to sit on their heels.
No.
All right, now we're going to take it up to 245 kilos. Now, and this is another example of where the lifter, Serrano from Puerto Rico, missed it at 240, bumps it up anyway to 245.
And Perkins is in the hole. Our next 3 lifters,
Puerto Rico,
USA.
Christian Serrano from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is on island time.
Yeah. He's taking his time getting out here. They have a minute after the bar is loaded to get out there and get the start command. And he's ready. He's just taking his time getting out. Ivan Cancel is the coach for Puerto Rico.
He's also the president of the Puerto Rico Powerlifting Federation.
And he's a heck of a good lifter himself.
Yeah.
As
Him and his wife.
As is his wife, yes. Thank you. His wife actually competed at the World Games, am I correct? There you go. That one looked deep enough, yes. I think. Same thing.
3 reds.
3 red for depth again.
Let's see on the replay here. I would thought that was good lift. Okay. Yeah, that was high.
Not.
That was high.
And a little observation here. With 3 red lights, you cannot take it to the jury for a protest.
If there's one light, the coach can go and protest at lift.
Yep.
The hip joint has to squat below the top of the knee joint.
Top of the knee, not top of the knee joint. Okay, here comes Nieves Christian, also from Puerto Rico. Now we're at 252.5 kilos, about 556, 57 pounds.
Yeah, we have quite a big Puerto Rican team here this year.
Yes, they do. They're not too far away, and maybe that's part of the reason why they brought such a big team.
Well, they are definitely the team that's the loudest in cheering their lifters on.
Well, yesterday the Norwegians for Karen Hesthammer, they had a huge crowd.
They had a family.
They had all of her family, friends, everybody. And also depth again. He looked high.
Definitely red. I don't know about the blue card.
Alex Alvarado was coach for that one.
Must be at the most 1 o'clock. The bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded now for
Austin Perkins.
Austin Perkins from the USA. He is going to be doing right at 557 pounds.
He's being coached by Jim Badenfield.
From Mississippi, I think.
Yeah, he was in commentary yesterday, the main session.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Six class.
The one that I was refereeing at?
Yeah, the one you were refereeing at, yeah.
How many calls did I miss? Yeah. Oh, he
buried that.
Yeah. You know, he looks down as he's going down, and then just as he comes out of the hole, he looks back up. He had 3 white lights on that.
Lift is good for Perkins.
That's a good lift. Okay. Now we're going to take it up to 272. And Heinrich mentioned just a little bit ago, this is only 7.5 kilos below the world record right now.
And his personal best is actually 7 kilos above the world record.
So this is within his range.
I think he will get this easy, and he will go.
And he will jump it up.
Yeah.
His personal best is 287.5. The world record is 280. When they say a personal best, it probably was in a local or national meet, because the only way, the only way they can set world records is to set them at an international. Oh, that was deep enough. Wow. Okay, that is not a question. That is not a question at all. Okay, and I would venture to say that not a question he's going to go for the world record on his 3rd attempt.
He was faster going up than he was going down.
He was going down. So we got 1 world record already coming up here.
Now we just need to see what he is going to take.
What he's going to put in.
Probably 281.
Just to play it safe. Well, he only has to go a half a kilo.
Yeah.
So he could go 280.5.
The record is 280.5. Oh, wow. So
he goes 5 kilos over the record.
So he's going 285. Yeah, from what we've seen now, he got that.
That is not 5 kilos over the world record, but it was a huge jump for him, too.
Ilya Mishin, he's also a former world champion from Russia.
And he missed his opener at 285. He's retaking his opener at 285, which is 628. Long walkout.
Yeah,
he had a depth issue.
He's been studying out of Czech Republic. It looked smooth.
Yeah, looked deep. Head referee still gave him a depth call. 2-1 good lift, though.
Now he can focus on his last attempt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Fairly rapid squat. Okay.
Alexander Eriksson going up 310 kilos.
Alexander is 22, so he's got 1 more year as a junior, too.
Yeah.
Sitting here really close to the world record.
No, actually, he's turning 23 this year.
Oh, he turns 23 this year?
Yeah, so this is his last year.
Oh,
as a
this
junior
is
lifter.
last year then.
Going to the Open in the 74s.
Oh, that's a huge jump too, because the world record there is around 380.
That's 367.5
Oh,
by
wow.
Jaroslav Oleg, the legend.
Yeah.
All right, let's see Ericsson here. He looked comfortable on his opener.
Nice walkout,
Yeah, only
good solid.
few steps. Might have been a bit borderline.
Yeah, let's see. Now the chief referee gave him a depth call. He gets the lift, 2-1.
Could have gone anyway.
Is he hurting there? Looks like he was in a little pain walking off. All right, we're going back down now to Hayashi from Japan. Going to drop the weight down to 210 kilos.
Hayashi, Japan, 210 kilos.
463 pounds.
Bars loaded.
Kaito Hayashi, 463. How they can run up to the platform kind of amazes me in a way.
At that point, I don't have enough
Wrapped up
energy
in knees, and he still runs up to the platform. Really short walkout. No lift.
All right, give the spotters a
Yeah.
round of applause.
And there's a good reason why you need 5 spotters.
Yeah.
563 pounds sitting there, and or 463, I apologize. Daniar Shokatov from Kazakhstan.
These spotters has been, they've been working
They've been
day
working
and night.
every session, same 5 spotters, every session.
That's probably the hardest job in powerlifting in any competition. The spotters, just because they picking up,
Yes.
picking up 25 kilos, right? But doing that
All day
hundreds
long.
all day long, you get stiff. It's tiring job. But they are working hard. They spot on every time.
And they have to catch the lift too sometimes. Imagine catching 500 pounds if somebody drops it. Oh, that was easy.
That was easy for
Kazakhstan. And that was a 15-kilo jump. That's 33-pound jump. He gets a depth call from the side referee there.
Shota Murakami, Japan, 240 kilos.
Now we're going to take it up to 240 kilos
Bars
for
loaded. Shota.
Shota Murakami from Japan.
Yeah, with 2 lifts into the third attempts.
Yep.
We're going to see a world record attempt in the sub-juniors.
And a world record by 5 kilos, too. That's
Yeah,
11 pounds over the world record.
I see Ericsson went up 10 kilos.
Yeah. So that's 10 kilos under the world record there.
It might be a little bit, it's going to be a difficult one for him. Yeah, he will have to fight for that.
Which, I would say if it were another year or so, he would have it, but not this year.
Not today.
Not today. Murakami.
But, he's also looking for the overall. Don't just think about records now, just get the lifts in.
Yeah. We're going to have, in the sub-juniors, we got a pretty close contest between Cheng and Perkins.
Oh, it was just too heavy.
Just
But he made a
loop.
20-kilo jump.
Yeah.
On the second third.
Yeah. That's a huge jump.
Oh, yes.
And it looks like, Perkins and Cheng from Chinese Taipei, Perkins from the USA, they're reasonably close to each other. Prognosis.
All right, Christian Serrano, Puerto Rico.
One of the things, Heinrich's mentioned this in the past, is that if you look on your screen in the lower right-hand corner, there's a link there. You can click on the link and you can pull up either a split screen or side by side. You can have the scorecard, see the prognosis, see what the lifters have put in for their next attempts. All right, now Christian Serrano needs to make this lift. He's had a depth problem on the first two.
In a way, it was easy. It was just the depth for him.
Just the depth, yeah. When we say that they need it, it means that if he doesn't make this, he will bomb out of the competition.
Oh, that was deep.
That was
he's
deep.
fighting.
He grinds it out. Yeah. He knew he needed to get it down there, and he got it down. Oh no! Okay, 2-1, no lift. They're taking it to the jury. I mean, Heinrich and I both thought that one was adequate depth. I think that was a good squat. And here comes the jury. The jury, when they see a protest like this, they will go to the referees. They will ask the referee what they saw, and then they will make a decision.
All right, the jury said they overturning that lift from
overturn
Serrano.
that lift, and Christian Serrano is credited with that lift.
And he is in the lift, in the competition.
Yeah.
So everybody's in. There's no worries.
All right, load the bar up now to Hill.
That was a good call by the jury.
Yes, it was. Good call by the jury there. That one on the replay was pretty obvious that he made depth on that. All right. Ishikawa, 255 from Japan. 255 kilos, 15-kilo jump here. This will jump him up into third place if he makes this, at least temporarily, put him in third place in the squats.
And you know that lift they just overturned now by the jury.
By Christian Serrano.
They have a screen in front of them. They saw the replay.
Yes.
Just to make sure. It's wonderful what technology actually helps. The jury and for everybody actually that's watching, they see, it has improved.
Yes.
Lifting.
One of the things, just as a comment about the jury there, the jury has to be unanimous in their decision to overturn it.
All of them has to agree.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All of them have to agree. They can, and in some instances, the jury will request a relift. Like say, for example, if the spotters were to grab the bar prematurely and the jury felt that it was premature, they could ask for a relift, and the relift has to happen at the end of that series of lifts. Okay, Nieves Christian from Puerto Rico is your lifter. Now, Nieves had the problem on depth the last time, too. It's interesting, Heinrich. We've had a lot of Puerto Rican lifters with depth issues. Puerto Rico's got...
Well, hopefully they learn something from this.
Yeah, but that has been the issue with them.
Yeah.
It has been depth. Christian Serrano and Nieves Christian both have had depth calls on them. Okay, walks out solid. A little bent over there. He's not really standing erect. Yeah, and the referee made him replace the bar for not standing erect. Yep. Now,
8 seconds.
8 seconds. He's got to get it in there.
He's not going to make it.
I don't think so. Oh, I wonder if they're going to let him be in.
Because that was on the 0 second.
Oh, no, that's high.
No.
Yeah.
Give him a big round of applause for that attempt.
Yep, that was high. Yeah. Alex, you know better. You can't take it to the jury. One of the comments we made earlier, you cannot take a protest to the jury for if it's 3 red lights. And there were 3. He was high on that attempt.
Yeah.
Okay, Austin Perkins, is a sub-junior now. We're going to take it to 257.5 kilos, which is his jump 5 kilos, just 11 pounds from his last lift. Watch Austin's head, Heinrich. Watch his head as he's doing this lift.
He's got some quads on him.
Boy, he does, doesn't he?
Oh, that was just powerful.
Huge legs, huge legs.
But now we got a world record coming up. 285 kilos.
All right, load the bar up.
Here comes a world record attempt.
World record.
Chinese Taipei, 285 on the bar.
Yuji
Bars loaded.
Cheng.
Yu Ji Sheng. Chinese Taipei. Now this is 2.5 kilos under his personal best, but he's going for a world record.
Yeah. And this is a 12.5 kilo jump, roughly about 25-pound jump here. And, you know, the interesting is they haven't put it up on the screen that this is a world record. Look at his his hand grip on the bar.
Billy drinks his coffee with extra cream.
Oh, that was easy.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
If you blink, you missed that.
Yeah. Oh, they took it away on depth.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The next squat is 320 kilos. This.
No, that's not correct.
Sorry, my fault.
Yeah. All right, next squat's by Ilya Mishin from Russia at 292.5.
Well, Chinese Taipei is querying that lift.
They did take it over to the jury.
You don't see them a lot doing that.
And you have a communications issue too, because most of the Chinese Taipei lifters cannot speak English.
Yeah, they didn't overturn that lift, so Sheng didn't get a credit with his record. He might have got it if he went 281.
Which we talked about, didn't we? He could have gone 280.5 even.
All right.
Instead he went 285.
All right, Mission from Russia.
292.5. 645 pounds roughly.
Ilya is he's
wide stance.
He's a seasoned lefty. He's been there for a long time. Always see him at this level.
And that looked nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
2-1.
2-1. Good lift.
Now, let's load the bar up to 320 kilos.
Last lift, 320 kilos. That's 10 kilos under the world record.
4.4 times his body weight.
Like Gina says, 4.4 times his body weight.
Alexander Eriksson from Sweden.
320 is it's a big weight.
He is in the number one position in the squat and forecast with a number one position total overall by a significant margin here. Roughly about 55 kilos, 57 kilos as the prognosis for the overall winner here. Alexander Eriksson coming up here with a little bit over 700 pounds, 705.
Did you see?
Oh, that was strong. Big grin.
You made that look easy.
Yes, that was an easy looking lift. 705, 320 kilos. All right, now we'll download the bar and we'll have a 20-minute break for setting up for the bench.
Bench is going to be interesting. All right, we will see you in 20 minutes.
Yes, sir.
All right, we would like to welcome back everybody to World Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships.
Here in Orlando, Florida.
We have the men's 74 kilogram, and we will start in about 35 seconds. We would just like to thank our sponsors, which we won't be able to do anything here without. We got Eleiko, we used Eleiko weights, bars, racks, platform, even the warm-up area. We got SPD. We've got Rogue, Inter, and Titan support systems. Without them, powerlifting can't really exist.
We also have three of our sponsors here at the venue. We have Inzer, SSP, we have Limitless here. SBD is also here at the venue.
Yeah, unfortunately, Titan couldn't make it because of the hurricane, but everybody's thinking
that is correct. They had to evacuate their facility, by the way.
Yeah, I just got an email from them this morning, and everybody's all right. Just going a little bit slow without internet and some power, but I'll be back up and running
soon. All right, here comes our first lifter.
All right,
Hayashi from Japan. 3 commands in the bench. Start, press, rack, and he locks it out. And the refs say 3 white lights. Okay, referees out on the platform are Onyx Rivera from Puerto Rico on the left side, Paul Nielsen from Norway, I believe, in the chief referee position, and Lars Jacobson, or Johansson, I'm sorry, from Sweden.
Yes.
Johansson from Sweden.
And we got
on the right side.
The sub-junior world record is 187.5 kilos. I don't think that we've broken yet, and the junior record is 245 kilos.
Well, but we got a 200, and Erickson is going to be opening up with a 215 kilo bench here. And he is, in this case, this is 35 kilos ahead of the second place opening bench.
Yeah, Erickson
is huge.
He had good squats.
Nice looking bench by Shakatov from Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan has 3 or 4 lifters, I believe, in this championship. That's a long trip for them, isn't it?
140 kilos.
Interestingly, we have 32 countries represented here at the championships. I don't believe we have any from Australia or New Zealand, or do we?
No, there's no one from Australia, and usually we have a few from New Zealand.
Yeah.
So no one from Oceania, but we got quite a few from Asia.
Japan has got a huge team. Japan's got a huge team here, and that's a good lift. Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei has become a lot more active in powerlifting the last few years, haven't they?
I have to agree with that. They got a strong junior team.
They have a heck of a good coach, Cheng or Chow.
Chow, yes.
She's a great referee too. She's been coaching a lot of the lifters herself.
Yeah, she's also the open team head coach. She's a hard worker.
Yeah. All right. Marcus Binder from Austria is your lifter. 142.5, 314 pounds, gets the press command, locks it out nice. One of the things the referees are looking for here on the bench is they want to make sure that the lifter locks out their elbows. Has to have their elbows locked at the beginning and the end. Commencement and completion, as they say.
Yeah, mostly when you're a chief referee, then you can see that.
Yeah, it's hard to see it when you're aside.
Yeah.
You're right. Because you're looking at the side of the elbow instead of the front back. Okay, now you have Puerto Rico, Nieves Christian. 319.7 pounds, 145 kilos. The other thing the referees look at too, and his feet still haven't gotten, the feet have to be flat on the floor.
You see, he couldn't.
Wow, he held him down there a long time.
Yeah, he struggled to stay still with the bar on the chest.
Yes.
Now, the head referee is only going to give the press command when the bar is still on the chest.
Yes.
There's no movement.
Has to be motionless. Good point. Good point.
You'll
Thank
see
you.
there now. Yeah, see, he was still moving the bar.
Bars loaded.
Bar has to be motionless before he gets the start command, has to be motionless before he gets the press command, and he has to keep it motionless before he gets racked. It's supposed to be in control, basically, I guess you'd say. 145 kilos, 319 pounds. Here comes Austin Perkins.
Now he's gonna gun for the first place
On the bench. Yes.
Not just the bench, but for overall. Maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He's going to up against Cheng from Chinese Taipei, and they are pretty close.
Yes, and Austin Perkins has the best bench.
He's got the
very
highest
good
opener.
control.
Yeah.
Good, solid looking bench.
Opener, Austin.
Nice looking
And Austin
opener.
has
Yes.
3 white lights.
Remember you were commenting about how thick his quads are?
Shota
They look
Murakami.
thick. They're huge, even in a singlet. All right, we take it up to 160 kilos
Bars loaded.
for Shoto
160
Murakami from
kilos on
Japan.
deck, Serrano in the whole mission. Ishikawa 4 out.
215 will be our top opener for Alexander Eriksson. Will be the best opener in the junior division. The Austin Perkins 145 was the best opener in the sub-junior division. Boy, that's a heck of a gap, isn't it, between the junior sub-juniors on the bench?
Oh.
Oh, man. Eriksson, sitting there at 215 versus 145. Gets the press command.
He locks the left elbow, but no.
Oh, no. The bar doesn't have to come up level, but you can't have downward movement of the whole of the bar either.
And when you lock out the one arm, it's a little bit heavier on the other side. So then the lifters have to work even harder just to
Yes.
lock that weight out.
Some lifters will actually, because you have a dominant arm, you can adjust your hand grip a little bit to offset it to the dominant arm, but you still can't go outside the rings, of course. I spotted one lifter yesterday whose hands were outside the rings.
Were you the referee in that session?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you tell them to put it in?
Yes,
Put hands in?
moved
Oh,
it.
that's
I
good,
stood
yeah.
up and moved it in. In a comment here, I feel that I should have them move it in rather than just red light it, which you can do.
Yeah, as a referee, you see where they put their hands actually before they take the weight out.
Yes.
You don't want them to waste any energy.
No. Let's see what they say on that one.
That is
He had downward movement on that
Yeah.
one, yeah.
up and down on the bar. Once he gets the press command, the bar must go straight up. It can pause and continue, but it can't go up and go down slightly and back.
And even the
Bars
slightest
loaded.
downward movement
Ilya
is enough to give that blue card
180 kilos.
red light
Italy breaks
on
his
that.
arm.
So, you're in some respect, you're looking at the inertia here of the bar to continue it, carrying it through. The shirt will help you off your chest, but about midway up, the shirt kind of gives up. And
then
you
it's
have
all,
to carry
it's
it.
all you.
It's all you. Yeah, right. You got to be able to lock it out. You were seeing yesterday's session with the young ladies. They had incredible arches. I got his elbow locked. Yes, he did.
I don't know about his right elbow.
No lift.
He got yellow cards.
Yellow
which would be
cards.
buttocks or foot.
Yeah, we'll see here. And on the replay, it was buttocks. It was buttocks. But Heinrich said, or the feet. The feet have to be flat. And they can't be up on the heel or up on the toe or up on the sides. But it's more common to see their butt lift off the bench. You know, one of the issues too might be if they go ahead.
You know why he got yellow carded?
It was his butt.
No, he didn't listen to the commands.
Really?
Yes.
Well, his butt did come off too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the side referees probably saw the butt that came up.
And the chief referee called him on the. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's right. It was all three, wasn't it? And the chief referee it's very difficult for the chief referee to see the buttocks. Okay, start, command. Tucks his elbows on that one a lot.
He's quite tight on this.
Oh,
that was
that
brilliant.
was a pretty looking
That was a
bench.
brilliant benching.
Oh, nice.
All right, now we're going from 187 to 215.
That's a heck of a jump, isn't it? That just shows you how dominant Alexander Eriksson is in this session. You know, I don't know if you all can see it necessarily on the screen always, but some of the lifters will wear a mouthpiece.
All right.
Go ahead.
We just hear from a jury that lift from Japan, that 187, was jury said it was no lift.
And the reasoning?
No, I'm not 100% sure.
On that one, yeah.
But they overturned that lift into a no lift.
I wonder if that was because of the elbow.
Might have been elbow or buttocks.
Might have
I'm not
been,
100% sure. All right, we've got 215 on the bar here by Alexander Eriksson. Oh, this is a massive opener. Ducks it quite well in. Oh, he
it
blasted
wasn't
it.
even difficult.
He blasted it off the chest.
A massive opener and it just blows it up.
How easy was that?
You know, in respect to the jury overturning, that was the referees had given that lift, and the jury says no. In order to do that, you have to have at least one red card too. So the referees had their decision overturned.
Bars loaded. Hayashi.
All right,
All right,
and now we go
start of the second attempt.
second attempt. Kaito Hayashi, and you know he runs up to all of the lifts. I guess he wants to maximize the amount of time that he has to do setup, maybe?
I mean, when you're early enough, you have a lot of time. Sometimes a minute is, you know.
It
it's
actually
more
is a
than
long time out there when you start. Seems short, but it's really quite a lot of time. Yep, and no lift.
All right, give him a round of applause. He'll be back.
He will have to retake that on his third attempt. All right, we're going to jump up to 147.5 for Marcus Binder from Austria. Yeah, that was just too heavy.
I just heard the reason why, for the Japanese lifter, why that lift was overturned into a no lift, because he didn't finish
Bars loaded. Marcus
blocking out.
Binder, 147.
So that would be his elbows then,
it
wouldn't
would
it?
be elbow, then block out.
Is Kazakhstan.
Okay, all right.
Shokatov.
Thank
In
you.
the hall, Chang, Chinese Taipei. Nieves from Puerto
Here comes
Rico,
Marcus
score
Binder,
out.
147.5. He goes up 5 kilos, 11 pounds. We're looking at 325 pounds. Oh, nice solid looking lift.
And Marcus
Marcus is going to get 3 white lights. Yes, he did. Okay, now we'll go up to 150 kilos. That's 330 pounds for Dadiyar Shokatov from Kazakhstan.
Bars loaded. Dadiyar Shokatov. He's from Kazakhstan.
150 kilos now. In the sub-junior division, Austin Perkins has still got the best. We have 2 lifts at 150, and then Austin will come in at 155. So he's maintaining about a 5-kilo lead over his compatriots in the sub-junior division in the bench. And they're going to be seeing him going pretty close to Cheng. Now they're within 10 kilos on the prognosis of each other. Austin Perkins.
They both got the same open on a deadlift.
Yep.
From what I've heard, Perkins is quite a big deadlift.
He's, you know, the irony of it is he's the shorter lifter, shorter arms, and a lot of times, you know, the short arm, that's not an advantage in the deadlift. It helps in the bench. Okay, now you've got, here comes Cheng, 150. So he's still following Austin Perkins in the bench. See how this one goes. Oh, that was strong. Yeah, yeah. That should be 3 white lights, and it is, yes. Cheng had a monstrous squat there. 272.5 kilos.
Just missed the world record.
Yeah, the world record was 280, and he goes to 285.
284.
Or 284, and he could have gone to 280.5. You have to break the world record by half a kilo.
He could have gone 281. The record is 280.5.
Oh, it was. I thought it was 280. Sorry. I know you can break the record by half a kilo, but I thought it was 280. Okay, my bad. My bad. All right. Okay, we're at Nieves Christian from Puerto Rico. He moves his feet around a lot when he takes the bar, so they have to wait before side referees. Yeah, got it that time. Okay.
No lift.
Oh, no lift.
No lift.
He moved his foot. His foot, right?
He moved his foot
His butt
and his
came
butt.
off the bench. His butt and his foot, I believe. Butt must stay flat on the bench.
But I can see.
I would see his butt, but not his foot.
Not the foot.
Both his butt and his foot came up.
I would take that to the jury on the foot issue. Interesting question.
The buttocks, yes, but not the foot. Yes.
Yeah, interesting question. If one referee calls the butt, other one calls the foot, and they overturn one of the issues, what happens?
Then they just overturn one of the referee's decision, and if that makes it 2-1 for good lift,
For a
then
good
it's
lift.
then it's good
Should have
lift.
got it. Referee or the jury did not overturn that lift. All right, here we go with Austin Perkins. 155, 341.
Still
Yeah.
solid lifting.
Solid looking lift. 5 kilos above Cheng.
And you know what? The advantage he has over Cheng, home ground.
Home ground. Yeah, you know, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah. And you know, ironically, you didn't hear much from the audience in respect to that. You would think that home turf audience would be screaming and shouting. Didn't happen.
World Junior Sub-Junior Championships in Polska.
Okay, here comes Murakami. Missed this on his opener, retaking it on his second. This is 160 kilos, 352 pounds. Shota Murakami from Japan.
Right, he didn't get his first attempt, so he's retrying 160 kilos. He is actually one of the quite a few lifters here that doesn't use a belt when they bench.
Yeah. Oh.
That looked better.
Murakami.
And
That's a good lift.
Good lift. He gets a good lift, 2-1.
So now we still have one lifter remaining that needs to get a bench in.
You know,
Russia. 175 on the bar.
A little observation comment there. You may have noticed that he had chalk on his butt, on his singlet, and that's perhaps in that instance might have been the reason why the one-side referee gave him a butt call, because he thought his butt came off the bench, but in reality it didn't come off the bench as you saw on the replay there, but because it's white, it looks like you're seeing daylight underneath.
Yeah.
Christian Serrano.
He's really struggling with that.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he's actually
he locked them both out, though.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good lift. That was, oh no, again.
That was buttocks.
Yep.
Yeah, signal from the referees. But still, what a fight from him.
Boy. Yeah, that's, let's see. You'll see it on the replay here. You know, in replay, I would say that is not the case. Didn't look like his butt came off. Now, hip flex is okay. You have to see daylight.
Yeah. Sometimes people will mistake that for when they're flexing the buttocks and the hips.
Yes.
And lifting the buttock.
Yes. Good point. Thank you. All right, here comes Ilya Mishin from Russia. He also missed this on his opener.
Yeah. Such a strong lifter. Ilya has been on the scene for quite a few years. Also former world champion. He locks that out.
Locks it out strong. That looked better. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what a good lift. So everybody's in except
Serrano, Christian Serrano.
And he had trouble on his squat as well.
Matter of fact,
he missed his first two attempts.
Yes, he missed his first two attempts. And ironically, again, Puerto Rico has had a kind of a repetitive errors. Technical errors, yes, but also...
Yeah, he's doing a repeat now.
Yeah.
Missed two attempts, going for that third one. Hopefully he gets it.
Ishikawa coming up, 192.5. And then we're going to jump to Alexander Eriksson at 222.5. Holy cow. This is 424 pounds, 192.5 kilos.
You know, Eriksson is about 70 kilos away from his competitor. And it looks like a Mission from Russia looks like prognosis.
Yeah. And that's a huge gap. Insurmountable gap. Nice looking bench. Floated it back.
But you see, that's a big gap, you know, between Eriksson and Mission. But if you look at Mission and third place, it would be Serrano from Puerto Rico. If he gets his lift, then that's 100 kilos difference.
That's right. 100 kilos between second and third. Holy cow. All right. Serrano still has to make this next bench to get back in the hunt.
But now we got Eriksson going 222.5 kilos. That's only 2.5 kilos below his personal best. He's competing for 5 years. He's an engineering student.
This is 490 pounds here.
Now look at the Swedish lifters, where they position their feet when they bench. They don't always use a belt. You know, their feet are almost under the bench, very close to each other.
Yeah. Now, one of the in light of what Henrik just said, your feet cannot touch that center post support.
No. But also the side post.
Yes, that's which you'll normally see on the women lifters. I don't think you're going to see it on a man. No. Lock it out. Yes, you got it.
It's a struggle, but I would say he would get 3 whites for that.
3 white lights. I don't think I'd move that up too much on this next attempt.
2.5, 5 kilos.
Yeah.
Maybe even just 2.5.
Yeah. Now, one of the things I noticed on that lift is when he came up, he came straight up off of his chest for the first part of it, and then he started floating it back, and that's when it finished it off. Okay, now here comes Hayashi from Japan. He's going to retake what he missed on his second, 127.5, 281 pounds.
Japan got 3 lifters in this session. If you got 3-4 lifters, so 4 lifters would be the max. 2 per country per session.
Yes.
The coaches are working hard there at the back.
They try and stack their lifters. You're allowed 2 lifters in a weight class in a division, and no more than a total of 8 in a let's say juniors.
Oh, yeah.
That was strong. Look at that. Oh.
And the lift is good 2-1.
Got called 2-1. I wonder why the yellow card on the head referee.
Nieves on deck, and Kazakhstan is in the hole.
Okay. Next lifter coming up is Marcus Binder from Austria.
This is Austria powerlifting.
Just if you joined in now, this is the 74 kilo class, the men, sub-junior and junior, at the World Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, nice looking lift. Very strong lockout, very strong lockout. 3 white lights, yes.
This is good.
All right, taking it up to 155 kilos. 341 pounds for Nieves Christian.
Bars loaded.
Bars loaded.
Christian Nieves, 155.
He's going up 2.5 kilos from the previous attempt.
Yep, you're right. And in this case, his previous attempt was one he missed. Trying to add a little bit of kilos to his total there, creep him up in the standings. As I recall, I think they called him on his feet movement last time.
Feet and buttocks. That's the one way
Yep.
we didn't see the feet, but we saw the buttocks.
We saw the buttocks, yes.
I
saw it downward.
His right foot moved.
I think I may have seen downward too.
All right, that was very close.
Oh, they got him on the... It looks like they called it on the foot and buttocks again.
Now look at the right foot. When he presses up...
His feet, he moved his feet. His feet were moved on the floor. Feet have to stay in their bars loaded.
Right.
But that's
right
okay. Now, they can slide, but they cannot come up off the floor. And it slid, and then he picked it up and brought it back.
And the thing is, if you move your feet while you're benching, that's not going to help you at all.
Yeah, you lose your legs. You lose your leg drive.
Yeah, you lose your leg drive. So you will actually bench. You won't have that strength to press that weight up.
Yeah. And in that context, the sole of your shoe and whether or not it has traction, I guess you'd say, on the carpet or not, or whether the carpet allows it to slip, that's an issue. You need to think about those things when you're going to a meet. What kind of carpet is going to be like? What is my shoe like? Is it going to slide? We saw a lady yesterday morning, her foot slid underneath the plates. Or young man, I'm sorry, not a lady.
But that's the thing with the IPF. You go into national competitions or world championships, the standard and quality that you get from the equipment themselves. It's always a Leico mat, the Leico weights,
the Leico bar, rack,
the rack, everything. So just use a Leico, then you know what you're going to deal with when you go to World Championship.
Train like you're going to compete. And don't make changes the last day. Oh, okay, I think I'll try a new bench shirt for the meet. Oh, Cheng missed that. Cheng missed his 157.5. And look at now, Austin Perkins has taken a 10-kilo jump. He is trying to move his prognosis to tie with Cheng.
Yeah.
Look
So
at that.
in the subtotal, you will have the same weight as Cheng.
Yeah,
And they're both opening on the same weight in the deadlift.
in the deadlift.
So it will come down to the last lift.
The last deadlift here. And let's see. Oh, Perkins is lighter too, by a lot.
2.35 kilos.
That's a bunch. Now, he's got to get this one to give him that inherent advantage going in. He's also lower lot number.
Currently in the silver medal position in the bench. This will move into the gold medal position in the bench.
Let's see how he does it. He's got to float. Now, he's not wearing a belt either. Remember we were...
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Silver to gold.
That honestly looked better than his second one.
So
It
controlled.
really did. It looked stronger. He came up with more bar speed. Okay, now
Will we see another world champion from the USA?
that's a good possibility there.
Bars loaded.
By the way, that's the only USA lifter in this session. There's no USA junior lifter at all. We have 7 lifters in the juniors and 4 lifters in the sub-juniors. We have, as we mentioned earlier, we have 32 countries overall. Okay, Murakami from Japan. Japan brings a big team.
Yeah.
Always does.
All right, Murakami is going up 10 kilos.
Erickson only moved up 5. Remember we were talking about that?
2.5, 5 kilos, I think that would be enough.
Yeah. He wasn't real speedy on his last one. You know, one thing I've noticed about a lot of the Japanese lifters, they use, essentially, it's a deadlift slipper for their bench. Good looking lift. All right, Murakami gets 170.
All right, now the situation here. Got surrounded from Puerto Rico. Same as his squat. He missed the first 2 attempts, and he needs the third attempt to stay in the competition. To be in a contention for top 3.
Now, if he moves it, if he gets this, he will be within 2.5 kilos of the third place prognosis lifter, which is Ishikawa. So he needs this lift. Now, he's had the same weight all 3 benches has been the same weight, 175 kilos.
And he was failed on a technicality. So he's got strength for this.
Yes.
He's been training a whole year just to come to this competition. He locks it. Oh,
That looks so much better.
Final squat.
good lift.
Yeah. I mean, he's. I feel sorry for Ivan Cancel here because Serrano is causing a ton of drama
Yeah, even I'm stressing about that. I really hope he gets his opener in the
on his deadlift rather than create.
I can't take it anymore.
Imagine how Ivan feels.
Yeah.
I imagine Ivan's blood pressure has gone a little bit up here.
Junior.
All right, Ilya Mishin from Russia,
2-time world champion.
185. Moved up 5 kilos from his second. He retook his opener for his second. Nope.
No, that was just a tad bit too.
Now,
early.
you know, I wonder if the coach could argue that they grabbed it too early.
No lift.
No lift, though, because it was going down on the right side. And remember how you mentioned that it's going to overload that side this low?
I do think that shirt was a little bit too tight, and he touched a little bit too low.
Yeah, which meant he got it out of the bubble there, so he wasn't getting the rebound on it, which because it was so tight. Hard to keep it in the bubble in the shirt. Now we're at 197 for Ishikawa. Ishikawa is sitting on this now. You'll notice that Serrano's prognosis is only 2.5 kilos less than Ishikawa. That presumes that Ishikawa makes this third bench.
He's only 2.5 kilos above Serrano, so that would be quite a battle for the overall bronze.
Overall bronze is the one contest that you see in the juniors. Chang and Perkins, though, in the sub-juniors are dead heat prognosis. Okay. Oh, wow.
That was a solid bench from Ishikawa.
That was nice. Now, look on the replay here how short his bench stroke is.
2014 European Junior
Unreal. Nice arch. Makes his bench stroke so short. All right. Guess who's up?
European Junior gold medalist.
Alexander Eriksson from Sweden.
He's a three-time European champion, junior champion.
Here in Orlando, Florida. This is 501 pounds.
Only a 5 kilo jump. He's got a lot of it. They really have tightened that shirt up.
Now this is 227 kilos, and he's a junior in the 74 class. This is a big weight.
Yes. I love the Swedes singlets. They look nice.
They got, for me, they got the best singlets. And you get those from Titan Sports Systems.
Sets his feet, his butt, gets to start command.
Slowly. Oh, I got the press command. Oh, wow.
I think, yes.
Oh, that's good.
They had that shirt. You saw him
That was a
stop as he was coming down because the shirt was so tight. He had to pull it in to get it down. All right, we got a 20-minute break, and we'll come back with the deadlift. We're going to have a heck of a contest between Austin Perkins and Cheng from Chinese Taipei. Prognosis, dead heat. And they're opening equal.
See you in 20 minutes.
Yes, sir. And we are back for the deadlift discipline at the World Junior and Sub-Junior Powerlifting Championships in Orlando, Florida, with the 74-kilo men junior and sub-junior lifters. We're going to be starting off here in about 2-3 seconds with Kaito Hayashi from Japan at 145 kilos is our first lifter. Going to be joined here momentarily by Heinrich from South Africa. Hayashi from Japan had a 200-kilo squat, 127.5 bench. He's currently sitting in the 4th position in the sub-junior category. Sub-juniors, as we mentioned earlier, are from 14 to 8 through 18. Through 18. And then you start the juniors, which are 19 through 23. Then you go into the open division. A junior can actually compete in the open division, as can a master lifter. Open is open for anybody. Doesn't matter age. All you have to do is be good enough. All right, we're going to go to Daniyar Shakatov from Kazakhstan. 363 pounds, 165 kilos. Lifter, has to have socks that reach your cover your shins, because the bar comes up your shins. And he gets the down command. Good lift. Now, in the juniors division, we have 2 lifters who are right now tied for 3rd, 4th. We have Ishikawa from Japan and Serrano from Puerto Rico. In the prognosis, they're both tied at 652.5 kilos. Serrano is opening heavier, 232. Ishikawa is opening at 215. Okay, here comes Marcus Binder from Austria. He's going to open at 440 pounds, 200 kilos. By the way, this is a sumo stance, reverse grip. If we see any of the lifters that have a hook grip, I'll mention it. Hook grip means that both hands are over the bar, palm pronated, and you grasp the thumb with your fingers. And so all the way to the bar is on your thumb. And all the way to that bar is also on that nerve in your thumb. And it's kind of painful. All right, now we go to 215. This is Ishikawa. Now, Ishikawa is one of the 2 individuals, as we mentioned, who's going to be gunning for that bronze position. Ishikawa and Serrano here. So, in the last 2 disciplines, squat and bench, Serrano was giving us high blood pressure. Let's see what happens this next one. Actually giving his coach high blood pressure, I should say. Ishikawa, nice looking lift. Very technically correct. 3 white lights. Sumo stance. Very erect. Pull the bar right up close to his shins. Hips through, shoulders back, knees locked. Those are the things that the referee's going to look for. Are your shoulders back? Are your knees locked? Is your hips through? Have to stand erect with shoulders back and knees locked.
Here he goes, pulling sumo style.
Shoto Murakami is your next lifter, 220 kilos, 485 pounds. Feet almost out to the plates. Very good looking lift also. Yep, good lift. It's rare you see a lifter fail on their opening deadlift. If they failed on their opening deadlift, it in all probability was because of the fact that they picked a number that was a little bit too high. Okay, here comes Christian Serrano, and remember, he gave us a kind of a thrill here on the squat and the bench, missing his first two. Now he's going to open up at 232.5 kilos, 512 pounds. Sumo stance. Oh, his hips weren't through, I don't think. You got 3 white lights. Okay, he's in. We don't have to worry about the trauma anymore. He's in the meet. All right. So we'll next go up to Neves Christian, 235, 518 pounds.
The briefing room at 7 p.m. Be there or Gaston will know. Bars loaded. Yes, Christian, Puerto Rico, 235 on the bar.
World record in the junior is 315 in the deadlift.
No clue there.
There he got his shoulders back. Okay. 280 kilos is the world record. He had to get his shoulders back there. Right at the end, you'll notice that the shoulders were a little bit forward. You saw him in the replay pull his shoulders back. The chief referee oftentimes will give you just a little bit extra time if he thinks you're not quite erect, meaning shoulders back.
Chinese Taipei.
Okay.
Alex.
Yu Chi Cheng from Chinese Taipei. Yu Ji Cheng from Chinese Taipei is your lifter. 242.5, 534. Oh, very solid looking pull. Nice. 3 white lights. Okay, Austin Perkins and Cheng are neck and neck in the sub-juniors. This is going to be probably the closest contested division weight class we're going to see here this morning. It's going to be really interesting to see what these two lifters, and Austin comes running out to the bar. He needs to be a little patient now. Calm down. He gets 3 white lights, but rush like that, that's an easy way to make mistakes. Okay, he gets his lift, and Perkins and Cheng are still neck and neck. They're right now 2.5 kilos separating them in their current total. Austin Perkins is 667.5, and Cheng from Chinese Taipei is 665. 2.5 kilos. Okay, here comes Ilya Mission, 260 kilos. He is next to last on our first attempts. Alexander Eriksson is going to be your last pull. Alexander is sitting, let's say 35, 45. About 50 kilos ahead. I think that as long as he makes his opener, pretty much solidifies the gold for Alexander Eriksson. And Ilya gets the lockout, and it's 3 white lights. Everybody's in so far. Not a problem. One more lifter. Here comes Alexander Eriksson from Sweden. 270 kilos, 595 pounds is his opening attempt. Makes this currently at a prognosis of 817 kilos. 817 kilos, roughly about 55 kilos ahead of Mission. wears his belt very high, up into his rib cage. Good solid pull. That's good lift. Okay, he just solidified the gold medal. I believe there's a high improbability that anybody is going to go after him because it's improbable that they can overcome 60 kilos. We're going to download it now to 165 kilos, 363 pounds for Kaito Hayashi from Japan. Sub-juniors now. Do a couple of sub-juniors and then we'll move back up into the juniors and back and forth.
Watch out. Watch out there, Heinrich.
I almost said something on the mic. Okay, here comes Kaito. Got to get his back tight. Tighten your lats. There you go. Knees were good. Okay, yes, 3 white lights. So far, and if I recall correctly, I believe all of the lifters have pulled sumo. Sumo means that the lifters, their feet and knees are outside their arms. Conventional is where your arms are inside, or excuse me, let me rephrase that. Conventional means that your arms are right outside your knees. Feet approximately shoulder width. And here comes Daniar Shokatov from Kazakhstan, 175, 385 pounds. I had noticed he straightened his knees out there at the end. They all got it. Okay. Locked his knees. Have to lock your knees at the completion of the lift. Only one command in the deadlift, and that's the down command. And occasionally you'll see somebody rush the down command. The other thing that can cause a red light, just as a, and it's not very, very common at all, pretty rare, is the lifter will let go of the bar before they get to the floor. You have to control the bar all the way to the floor. Can't just drop it. There you go. Locks his knees, shoulders back. And 3 white lights for Marcus Binder.
All right, Japan.
Hiroshi Ishikawa coming up next, 227. Takes a 12.5 kilo jump, 25 pounds roughly. 501 pounds for Hiroshi Ishikawa.
This will move him into the bronze medal position with this.
And remember now, Christian Serrano and Ishikawa are the two that are head to head, and right now they're dead tied. And wow, their body weight, Ishikawa is 0.03 of a kilo heavier than Christian Serrano. Christian Serrano 73.86, Ishikawa 73.89. That's why they now use scales that measure into the 100th of a kilo. Because, okay, he got that. All right, he is now sitting there at 665. In a little bit, you'll see Serrano come in and he'll do his. See what happens. It's going to be interesting. The lifters are allowed to make 2 changes after they submit their weight for their 3rd attempt. They can make 2 more changes. And a lot of times this is the coach is playing little games with the competition, and they're saying, oh, okay, I'm going to go way up and I'm going to force you up, or I follow you that way. You have to catch me. And a little strategy. This is the interesting part. It isn't something you can always see when you're just looking at the video. you have to see how the scorecards are playing. Sometimes you'll hear it on the announcer will say, change. Okay, struggle. Nope. Had a downward movement. Even if he had finished that one, he'd had a downward movement. So no lift on that one for Murakami. Okay, here comes Christian Serrano from Puerto Rico. And he is on his second one is 245. That keeps the tie going. Now, this represents also
Serrano, 245 on the bar.
12.5 kilo jump. So they're still going to maintain the tie if Christian makes this pull. They'll be sitting both of them at 665. I'm wondering if he's coming out. Oh, we're playing another little strategy game here. It looks like Christian may time out.
He's on island time.
And the reason for that is to save the energy for the third pull. So he's going to time out. That way he'll save that energy. And that forces Ishikawa, who's already pulled his second one now, they're going to come into that third pull, and they're going to know that Christian's got a little bit more energy in reserve. But on the other side of that coin, Christian has to play catch-up on the number. So going to be interesting. I suspect that what will happen is that Ishikawa will put in a number, which he already has for his third at 235. You're going to see Serrano will put in a number that will tie him. And remember now, Serrano is lighter by 0.03 of a kilo. All right, here comes Nieves Christian from Puerto Rico. Have two lifters from Puerto Rico in the juniors. Christian Serrano and Nieves Christian. This is Nieves Christian, 245, 540 pounds. Oh, he lost his grip there. Lost his grip.
All right.
Okay, no lift there. All right. Okay, now we're going to go back into the sub-juniors here. And Yuji Cheng from Chinese Taipei, 567 pounds, 257.5 kilos. Now, Austin Perkins and from the USA and Cheng from Chinese Taipei are 2.5 kilos apart. So we've got a contest going on in the juniors between Ishikawa and Serrano, and we've got a contest going on between Austin Perkins and Yuji Cheng from Chinese Taipei. These are tight. Oh, nice, solid looking pull. And that's 3 white lights. Everybody's getting their shoulders back. Everybody's locking their knees. Haven't seen anything that would be a issue to be careful about on any of the pulls so far. All right, here comes Austin Perkins, 260 kilos. Remember now, he is sitting just a little tiny bit ahead of Cheng. 2.5 kilos. This will maintain. I wish he would be a little more patient. He gets that lift. Comes rushing up there, and you know, when you're not making sure your grip is correct, you're not making sure you set your feet correct for the pull, you know, you get a little hasty there. All right, Ilya Mishin from Russia, 272.5. Ilya sitting in second position right now behind Alexander Eriksson from Sweden. Ilya makes this pull. He's going to have a total of 745. Now, that puts him about 75 kilos ahead of third place. But unfortunately, Ilya is sitting about 75, 80 kilos behind Alexander Eriksson. Oh, downward movement there at the middle. He's going to get called on that one. Not good. Downward movement, yes. Just at the top, he made the pull look easy, and it actually probably was too easy. As a consequence, he rocked forward, and that gives a downward movement to the bar. And unfortunately, that's a red card. Okay, guess what? A World Junior total record. Total record here. He makes this pull. He'll have a world total record of 832.5. This is on his second attempt. He has also got one more attempt, which means he'll push the record even higher. Okay, world record right now for total is 830. He's going to push it up by a couple, 2.5 kilos. Belt around the base of his ribs. Nice form. Beautiful looking pull, white lights. Has very erect stance with his torso. So basically he can kind of squat the lift up and makes a nice looking lift. Okay, now we're going to start our third attempts. And here's where the games will begin. Now, interesting, in the sub-juniors, Cheng has put in 280.5, and Perkins has put in 281. Half a kilo ahead, but remember, they have two changes after they put in that number. So, right now, prognosis is Perkins half a kilo ahead. Kaito Hayashi, Japan, 175 kilos, 385 pounds here. Tighten your back. There you go. Oh, nice looking. Everybody, good looking form on all the lifters here. Everybody is all sumo.
We have a change.
Already we have our first change coming in.
177.5 for Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan put in a change. Now, Kazakhstan is sitting firmly in the Shokata, firmly in the third position, bronze in the sub-juniors. Wants to make sure this lift happens, wants to get it in there. He's got a total prognosis of 555, current subtotal 552.5. 2.5 kilo jump on his deadlift here. There you go. Yep. And the referees say 3 white lights.
Lift is good.
All right. Go up into the juniors. Marcus Binder from Austria has taken a 10 kilo jump. He took a 10 kilo jump first to second. He's also taken a 10 kilo jump second to third. That's 22 pounds. 485 pounds, 220 kilos for Marcus Binder.
Bars loaded. Marcus Binder.
Okay. Next lift after that will be Ishikawa, 235, and I haven't seen a change yet. No, didn't happen. Marcus. All right, Marcus will be credited with 210 on his second attempt. Didn't make his third. Okay, here comes Ishikawa. Now, Ishikawa and Serrano are. Ishikawa is right now at 665. Serrano at 652 total. But we'll see whether or not Ishikawa makes this. This was a 7.5 kilo jump. If Ishikawa makes this, that'll give him a total of 672. And that means that Serrano is going to have to bump it up 7.5 kilos, and he missed his last attempt. All right, Ishikawa, 235, 518 pounds. And that looks good. And the referees say, yep, okay. He will finish with a total of 672.5 kilos. All right. That puts the pressure on Serrano if he wants to catch him. All right. Now, Murakami from Japan, 237.5, 523 pounds. Murakami sitting currently in the 6th position, about 7.5 kilos down from the Puerto Rican, who's in 5th. Oh, no. He didn't get the down command, and he fell over forward. And as a result, no lift. Needed to be back on his heels there in order to keep the pull. Okay. Nieves Christian from Puerto Rico coming up. 245 kilos. He missed this on his second. He's got a PR of 240. So, you know, this is within reach. All right. $540 pounds, 245 kilos. Oh, he lost his grip again. Same thing. Oh. Okay, now here comes Christian Serrano. Christian is moving it up. Remember, he is the lighter lifter. He makes this, it will tie the total of Ishikawa, but he is lighter by 0.03 kilos. 0.03 kilos.
You're right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if he pulls this, it will move him into the bronze medal position on body weight.
Body weight difference is just infinitesimal almost. Get a good grip. Nope. No lift. Okay, that means Ishikawa finishes in bronze. Mission will finish in the silver position, and Erickson will finish in the gold. So we're sitting here right now, 272.5 for Mission. He will be the silver medalist in the junior category. And then we're going to go over and see what happens with Ching and Perkins, who are sitting just nip and tuck on each other. Right now, they are current. Ching is 2.5 kilos down from Perkins. Haven't seen a change. There's nomination numbers, or their attempt selection for their third is still there. I suspect Perkins will wait and see what Ching does. Nope.
All right, give him a round of applause.
Okay, Mission loses his grip. That was right at 600 pounds, 272 and a half.
Okay, this is the sub-junior category.
Oh, you can see his fingers opening up.
Gentlemen, he's got 275 kilos on the bar.
All right.
If he pulls this, it takes him from the silver position to the gold medal position in both the deadlift and total.
Now,
the bar is loaded. Let's have
this will momentarily put him into the gold medal position, all depending on what Austin Perkins does on the next pull. Austin follows Cheng, which basically gives him a little bit of an advantage because he can make his decision based upon whatever Cheng does. Now, Cheng has moved up from 257 and a half to 275. That's a 17 and a half kilo jump. That's a big jump. Gets a good grip. Wow, that looked easy. Yes, good looking lift. Okay, and now here it comes.
We have a change.
Yep.
Ladies and
Austin
gentlemen,
Perkins has changed. All he has to do,
277 and a half.
technically,
And this, ladies and gentlemen, will allow Austin Perkins.
he really didn't need to go 277 and a half. He could have gone to 275 also because he's the lighter body weight, but he chose 277 and a half. This is for the marbles, as they say. And he will, right now, Cheng has a total of 697.5. If Austin makes this, he will finish up with a total of 700 kilos. 277.5. This is 611. 611, 277.5, 611 pounds. All right. Now, watch. Let's see. He's a little bit more. Okay, sets up. Got a little bit. No. And, you know, I think, honestly, he let the bar get in front of him because he rushed the pull just a little bit. And as a result of that, he finishes in the silver position. Cheng takes the gold for the sub-juniors. Austin could have pulled that. He needed to be back on his heels. He needed to have the bar up against his shin. He let the bar float a little bit forward, and as a consequence, he missed that attempt. All right, here comes Alexander Eriksson from Sweden. He's your gold medalist in the junior division. He is going to be attempting 295 kilos. This is 650 pounds. He knew he had that. Big smile. Yes. Alexander is your gold medalist. He finishes with a 842.5 total, and that is a world record total as well. And he finishes with the gold medal. Ladies and gentlemen, Eriksson gold medal, Mission silver, Ishikawa bronze in the junior, Cheng gold medal and Perkins in the silver position, and Shokatov from Kazakhstan in the bronze. Thank you. See you soon.
Robert? All right, handing out the medals, ladies and gentlemen, for this session. We have two distinguished individuals. First, we have the current reigning junior world champion from the United States of America. Big round of applause for Victoria Vargas. And ladies and gentlemen, another distinguished individual. He is the Vice President of the International Powerlifting Federation. He hails from Iceland. Big round of applause for Sigurd Pettersson. And all of the gentlemen are going to receive a participation medal now from Sigurd. Every lifter receives a participation medal because every lifter that has come to the World Championships is already a winner. So give them all a big round of applause as Sigurd gives each of them a medal. And then we'll move on to the individual awards. Let's move on now, after Marcus gets his award, to our first category. We're going to go to these. This is the 74 kilo weight class sub-junior category, the squat. And the bronze medal belongs to Kazakhstan. Big round of applause for Daniel Shokatov. And the silver medal from the United States of America, Austin Perkins. And the gold medal winner from Chinese Taipei, Yu Chang. Photos. All right, stay right there, gentlemen. Don't leave. Next category is the bench press. Oh, thanks for listening. All right. The bronze medal, Chinese Taipei. Come on back, Yu Chang. Silver medal, Kazakhstan, Daniel Shokatov. And the gold medal winner from the United States of America, Austin Perkins. Photos. Photos. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Let's move on to the deadlift now. Kazakhstan, bronze medal, Daniel Shokatov. Silver medal, United States of America, Austin Perkins. And the gold medal winner from Chinese Taipei, Yu Chang. And let's get some photos. Not yet, not yet. This is not the total yet. This is not the total yet. Okay, don't move. Stay right there. Stay right there. God, got it. All right. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the total category for the 74 kilo sub-junior group, the bronze medal, Daniel Shokatov, Kazakhstan. Give him a round of applause. Silver Justin Perkins. And ladies and gentlemen, the gold medal winner from Chinese Taipei, Yu Cheng. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand for the Chinese Taipei National Anthem. Big round of applause for all three of our winners. All right, photo. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Let's go to the 74 kilo weight class junior category. In the squat, the bronze medal winner hailing from Austria, Marcus Binder. Marcus Binder. And the silver medal hailing from Russia, Ilya Mishin. And the gold medal winner from Sweden, Alexander Eriksson. Photos. Bench press, bronze medal Russia, Ilya Mishin. Silver medal Japan, Hiroshi Ishikawa. And the gold medal winner from Sweden, Alexander Eriksson. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Let's move on to the deadlift. Now. Bronze medal, Puerto Rico, Christian Diaz. Silver medal, Russia, Ilya Mishin. And the gold medal winner hailing from Sweden, Alexander Eriksson. Photos.
Could you please look at me?
Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Let's move on to the total category. Bronze medal winner, Japan, Hiroshi Ishikawa. the silver medal, Russia, Ilya Mishin. And the gold medal winner by 110 kilos. A big round of applause hailing from Sweden, Alexander Eriksson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Swedish national anthem. Big round of applause for all of our winners. Please step back, gentlemen, and Alex. Once they step back, our athletes will be escorted around the front of the platform, and our audience will give them a continuous round of applause as they get escorted off the platform now.